Hello guys, welcome to i-tutor Academy. In today's session, we will start with the Unit 8, the Performance Appraisal. So let's see the objectives of this unit. Objectives are after completion of the unit, you should be able to understand the concept of performance appraisal, explain the performance appraisal process, discuss the benefits of appraisal, describe the various appraisal methods, and understand the problems in appraisal. Okay, and let's see the structures of this unit. The 8.1, that is introduction section first of all, and next is concept of performance appraisal and goals of performance appraisal, and after that it will discuss the objectives. 8.5 discuss the performance appraisal process. 8.6 benefits of performance appraisal. 8.7 is performance appraisal method, and 8.8 is performance counseling, and after that it will discuss the problem in performance appraisal. 8.10 discuss the effective performance appraisal, and after that it will discuss the potential appraisal, and last one is summary and self assessment questions are there in this unit 8. So let's see the introduction part of this unit. Performance appraisal helps organization to determine how employee can help to achieve the goals of organization. It has two important activities included in it. First has to do with determining the performance and other with the process of evaluation. In this unit, concept of performance appraisal and the process involved in it has been discussed. So next we will see the concept of performance appraisal. What is performance? What does the term performance actually mean? Employees are performing well when they are productive. Productivity implies both concern for effectiveness and efficiency. Effectiveness refers to goal accomplishment. However, it does not speak of the cost incurred in reaching the goal. That is where efficiency comes in. Efficiency evaluates the ratio of inputs consumed to outputs achieved. The greater the output for a given input, the greater the efficiency. It is not desirable to have objective measures of productivity such as hard data on effectiveness, number of units produced or percent of crimes solved, etc., and hard data on efficiency, that is average cost per unit or ratio of sales volume to number of calls made, etc. In addition to productivity as measured in terms of effectiveness and efficiency, performance also include personal data such as measures of accidents, turnover, absences, and tardiness. That is, a good employee is one who not only perform well in terms of productivity but also minimizes problems for the organization by being to work on time, by not missing days, and by minimizing the number of work related accidents. So now let's see the appraisal part. What is appraisal? Appraisal are judgments of the characteristics, traits, and performance of others. On the basis of these judgments, we assess the worth or value of others and identify what is good or bad. In industry performance, appraisal is a systematic evaluation of employees by supervisors. Employees also wish to know their position in the organization. Appraisals are essential for making many administrative decisions such as selection, training, promotion, transfer, wage and salary administration, etc. Besides, they aid in personal research. Performance appraisal thus is a systematic and objective way of judging the relative worth of ability of an employee in performing his task. Performance appraisal helps to identify those who are performing their assigned task well and those who are not, and the reason for such a performance. And next is goals of performance appraisal. Conducting performance appraisals on employees' performance should be more than a simple checklist of do's and don'ts. Performance evaluation should serve as a vital component. one that is of interest to both the organization and the employee. From the organizational perspective, sound performance appraisals can ensure that correct work is being done. Work that assist in meeting department goals. Simply put, each employee's work should support the activities needed to action his or her supervisor's performance objectives. This should ultimately continue up the hierarchy with all efforts supporting corporate strategic goals. From the employee perspective, properly operating expectations. Properly operating performance appraisal system provide a clear communication of work expectations. Knowing what is expected is first step in helping one to cope better with the stress usually associated with a lack of clear direction. Secondly, properly designed performance appraisal should also serve as a means of assisting an employee's personal development. To make effective performance appraisal a reality, four criteria need to be present. These are: employees should be actively involved in the evaluation and development process. Supervisors need to enter performance appraisal with a constructive and helpful attitude. Realistic goals must be mutually set. Supervisors must be aware and have knowledge of the employee's job and performance. Next one is objective. Objectives of performance appraisal. Performance appraisal has a number of specific objectives. These are given below. First one is to review past performance. Second is to assess training needs. And third is to help develop individuals and to audit the skills within an organization. And after that, to set targets for future performance and to identify potential for promotion. Some employees may believe that performance appraisal is simply used by the organization to apportion blame and to provide a basic for disciplinary action. They see it as a stick that management has introduced with which to beat people. Under such a situation, a well thought out performance appraisal is doomed to failure. Even if the more positive objectives are built into the system, problems may still arise because they may not all be achievable and they may cause conflict. Thus, incorporating objectives into the appraisal system may highlight areas for improvement, new direction, and opportunities. And 8.5 unit subsection 8.5 discuss the performance appraisal process. Following steps are involved in appraisal process. The first one is appraisal process begins with the establishment of performance standards. These should have evolved out of job analysis and the job description. These performance standards should also be clear and objective enough to understood and measured. Too often, these standards are articulated in some such a phrases as a fully day's work or a good job. So here one figure is there. The performance appraisal process here explained through this chart. So first of all, there is a established performance standard, and next is measurement of actual performance, and after that there is communicate performance expectations, and it will next come to comparison of actual performance in the performance standards, and next come to initial corrective action if necessary. Okay, then again it will go to establish the performance standards. So from your material you can follow this appraisal chart. And the second step is once performance standards are established, it is necessary to communicate these expectations, right? And the third one is the third step in the appraisal process is measure of performance. To determine what actual performance is, it is necessary to acquire information about it. And next step is the fourth step in the appraisal process is the comparison of actual performance with the standard. The attempt in this step is to note deviation between standard performance and actual performance. One of the most challenging tasks facing managers is to present an accurate appraisal to the subordinate and then have the subordinate accept the appraisal in the constructive manner. And the final step in the appraisal is the initiation of corrective action when necessary. Corrective action can be two types. One is immediate and deals predominantly with the symptoms. And the other is the basic delves into causes. Immediate corrective action is often described as putting out a fire, whereas basic corrective action get into sources of deviation and seeks to adjust the difference permanently. And next section is benefit of performance appraisal. The benefit of an effective appraisal scheme can be summed up under three categories. These are for the organization, for appraiser, and for appraisee. And the first one is for the organization. Following benefit would accrue to the organization. Under this, improve the performance throughout the organization due to more effective communication of the organization's objectives and values, increased sense of cohesion and loyalty, and improved relationship between managers and staff. And second is improvement in the task performed by each member of the staff. And third one is identification of ideas for improvement. And fourth is expectations and long-term plans can be developed. Training and development need can be identified more clearly. And next is a culture of continuous improvement and success can be created and maintained. And the last point is under this, people with the potential can be identified and career development plans can be formulated for future staff requirements. And next is for the appraiser. The following benefits would accrue to the appraiser. Under this, the opportunity to develop an overview of individual job and departments, and identification of ideas for improvements, and the opportunity to link team and individual objectives and target with the departmental and organizational objectives, and the opportunity to clarify expectations of the contribution the manager expects from team and individuals. And next is the opportunity to reprioritize target. And the last one is a mean of forming a more productive relationship with staff based on mutual trust and understanding. And next is for the appraisee. Okay, for the appraisee, the following benefits would be accrue. First one is increased motivation. Second is increased job satisfaction. And third one is increased sense of personal value. Okay, and this is about today's session, and we will discuss another sections on next video onwards. And if you have any doubts till now in unit 8, you can contact our number also, or you can comment it on our comment box also. Thank you so much.